Family, how you doing? Welcome to Let's Pop with You. We're always talking about redefining Africans as we redefine ourselves. I hope you had a beautiful, restful weekend, and basically you're excited for the month of March, another month to basically be intentional, be focused, have fun, re-strategize, restart, and basically be the best version of yourself. As you download our app on the Google Play Store, stream on www.blackhotfireradionetwork.com for amazing healthy supplements, apparel, clothing with the Black Hot Fire Radio logo on it. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world, and you definitely lead by example and not by your opinion. But welcome to an amazing conversation of the day here on Let's Pop with Ewerton. We'll be talking about the wars in Africa. That's Congo and Sudan, and that's what the reason why they're still ongoing, and why these two major countries that always have been in war. Love, that's the jam, and it's super, super empowering, I can say. Just give you that energy to just physically be in your zone. But I hope you're feeling better, doing amazing, feeling magical, sending you so much love and light this beautiful afternoon. Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever you are. But welcome to the best radio station, the Black Heart Fire Radio Network. Again, it's me, your lovely Ewerton, and Let's Pop with Ewerton. And the conversation of the day is the wars in Africa and their main agenda. That's Congo and Sudan. These two countries have basically been at war for quite a long time, but we'll definitely be listening to why we have these forgotten wars. Right now, it's a bit loud because literally you cannot ignore it. But we'll go deeper into the agendas of this war. And also, we have globalists always watching or basically putting their feet regarding what's going on in Sudan and Congo. Sudan actually is known for being a country that basically sources out oil and gold, as also Congo, definitely super, super huge in gold and other minerals. But as we move forward, remember we have amazing supplements on our website, the likes of ashwagandha, beetroot, Brazilian blend, moringa, and I'm taking beetroot. So definitely you can order the one is that into your liking. So let's listen into the health and benefits of some of the supplements we do have to basically hook you up with what we're definitely selling. So remember, you can order these on our website, and also on the Android, you can download our app on the Google Play Store. It's super, super free. Let's listen in to the health and benefits of Brain Focus.
Unlock your full potential with Brain and Focus, a powerful supplement designed to boost mental clarity, enhance memory, and sharpen concentration. Made from a blend of scientifically proven ingredients like ginkgo biloba, omega-3, and essential vitamins, Brain and Focus is crafted to fuel your mind. Our process ensures maximum potency and effectiveness, delivering the perfect balance of brain-boosting nutrients. Take just one capsule daily, as prescribed by your healthcare provider, and feel the difference. Whether it's powering through your workday or staying sharp in life's challenges, Brain and Focus keeps you at the top of your game. Stay sharp, stay focused, and stay ahead with Brain and Focus. Brain and Focus, fuel your mind, achieve more. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition Store.
Super, super affordable. So definitely get one of the supplements that is into your liking. And I'm telling you, you're going to be super healthy, stay strong, avoid a lot of diseases that are meant to actually eliminate us. So you'll be super strong because you have a purpose to fulfill. We're going to be talking or basically diving into Sudan's conflict to make you understand how this is actually coming up and the reason why it has been ongoing or basically been divided into two governments. And we see our government has been basically have been associated with the likes of basically meddling into the Sudan war. We have also the U.S. accuses Kenya of meddling in Sudan's war because we saw our president actually kind of affiliating with the RSF, right? So let's listen in to the updates regarding Sudan's conflict to basically make us understand the fact that how our government basically sided with one of the governments.
On December 19th, 2018, a revolution started to spread throughout Sudan. After decades of living under President President Omar Bashir's brutal military regime, civilians pushed back. They wanted a democracy in their country. A few months later, this man helped take down Bashir in a coup and then promised protesters the future they had demanded. 4 years later, the same two men are now at war with each other.
We have two men in power who nobody wants to step down. Each and every individual wants to be the superior, and the fact that it was divided into two
Everybody
governments.
wants to be the big head nigga here in South.
Yes, that's what's happening, and there's no peace at all, right? But also, our government has been involved with siding with the RSF, and now the US is accusing our government basically meddling into the Sudan's war.
Tearing Sudan apart, killing hundreds of civilians. So, how did Sudan go from this to this in such a short time? And how did these two powerful men go from partners to enemies?
Clashes in Sudan ignite coup attempt by the rapid support forces.
Sudan has a long history of coups. Leader after leader has been brought down by military officers. The country's official military, now known as the Sudanese Armed Forces, or SAF, has held tremendous power in the country for nearly a century, and they started using that power soon after Sudan gained independence from Anglo-Egyptian rule.
Sudanese flag now replaced the flags of those two nations.
The first successful military coup happened in 1958. Abdullah Khalil, a retired military officer and sitting prime minister.
And the fact that the two individual, the two can call them leaders, the two government, nobody wants to step down, causing a lot of people to lose their life. Talk about everything negative you can think of that is happening because we have two very selfish individuals who nobody wants to step in power, wants to lead, and it's causing a lot. And we doing with this research, or basically if you continue with this documentary, you'll see a lot of other nations are literally part of what's going on in Sudan because we know that Sudan is super high in oil and also gold. And the reason why you can actually think about the number of years or the years Sudan's war, even Congo's war that's been ongoing, and because of these two countries are super high in high minerals, we know what's really happening.
Through his own civilian government to put Sudan under military rule. About a decade later, Colonel Jafar Namiri carried out another successful coup, bringing down a short-lived democracy. Then, in 1985, Namiri was out. This military officer took him down and later installed a new democratic government. 4 years later, Colonel Omar Bashir took down this government and appointed himself as the new head of state. But Bashir ended up being different from those that came before him. Given the pattern of military takeovers, Bashir knew he might suffer the same fate as previous leaders. So he used a strategy called coup-proofing, where he'd surround himself with protectors, but would keep each one in check so they couldn't overthrow him. It started with the SAF. Throughout his regime, Bashir bolstered the army and maintained a strong relationship with them. He relied on them heavily to crack down on an ongoing civil war in southern Sudan, where SAF and allied militias brutalized civilians on his command. Then, with the army busy in the south, another war started taking shape in the west. Darfur was in crisis. People here were historically neglected. Lack of medical supplies and necessary goods, and little representation in Sudan's government left them feeling agitated for years. So, in 2003, while large portions of the army were tied up in the south, rebel groups attacked troops in this city in Darfur.
And Bashir, in recognizing that this rebellion was taking place, instead of relying on the Sudan Armed Forces or SAF, the conventional military, he instead decided to rely and arm local Arab militias in the region that were known as the Janjaweed.
This group was brutal and focused on wiping out Darfuri rebels and civilians at Bashir's direction. Satellite imagery shows that the Janjaweed is likely responsible for destroying over 3,000 villages. SAF troops in Darfur.
That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people because of two individuals who don't want to step down or basically come to an agreement. And right now we have our president or the governor of Kenya or the government of Kenya basically siding with the RSF. That's what's happening. We see our government literally siding with everything that is
But
not
what,
really
but what
heating.
he is stupid. You understand? RSF is not independent. They're controlled by the white Arabs, by the
Yes,
people run around in fucking Dubai. You never let them come to Kenya and set up a shadow government. You don't do that. You're gonna cause warfare in Kenya,
that's what's basically happening because that's threatening Kenya right now.
of course.
Yeah, that's
You
what's
don't,
happening
you don't
because you
allow
see.
that to happen because Bruto
Mhm.
was a puppet of white people, and white Arabs and white people. So you don't allow nobody to come to your country set up a goddamn shadow government of another country. That's no hell no. That's what he's doing. It's gonna cause conflict within your own country. You
Yes,
never
with
do
all
that.
the sisters, and that's what also really happened with remember the troops being sent to Haiti? The same thing, literally. So let's listen in to Sudan basically threatened action against Kenya because of the RSF leader coming to Kenya to basically form a collaboration with the president.
From the conflict in the DRC, we move to the civil war in Sudan. At the center of the deepening power struggle in Sudan is now Kenya, which has been accused by the Sudan army of supporting the paramilitary RSF, its rival in the nearly 2 year long civil war. Sudan's army backed government has vowed to take escalatory actions against Kenya for hosting activities by the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, or the RSF. Last week, the Kenyan capital, Nairobi, hosted a gathering of RSF and its allies where
That really happened.
they signed a charter for the formation of a parallel government in Sudan. Sudan has called it a hostile
Like
act and blatant interference.
exactly. You don't allow none of that shit in your country ever. You don't allow this. And every goddamn leader knows you don't allow no shit like this.
Mm.
So somebody gave Rudo dumbass some more money. This motherfucker is a point. Kenya,
Yes.
you better get this idiot out of power. He's gonna destroy the country. This dude is dangerous. This fucking Rudo is dangerous.
Also, remember the in the year coming 2026, he's also inviting Emmanuel Macron to Kenya, as Natalie Yam wonders, literally. So we have to be super vigilant regarding what all these collaboration and all this whatever that he's signing, which is not gonna be good for
No,
us.
exactly. He's dangerous. This nigga is dangerous. Rudo is dangerous. He's a dangerous moron. He's a dangerous moron.
Affairs. It has now threatened several retaliatory actions against Kenya. It says it will submit a memorandum to the African Union and other international organizations demanding measures against Kenya. It will also take economic actions,
Ones of economic sanction, imports bans.
including banning the import of Kenyan products. Sudan is one of Kenya's largest tea importers. Meanwhile, Kenya has defended hosting the RSF gatherings in its capital. It says it is.
And this is why, as the African nation, we're not the vision, it's there, but we have individuals who are literally making it hard for Africans to become united because of everything that is happening right now. Literally. For that one cause to literally come to fruition, we have to literally come to one visionary goal. But the fact that there are sanctions going on right now,
Home to several Sudanese refugees and only wants peace in the nation. It further said that it provided a platform for key stakeholders from Sudan to halt its tragic slide into anarchy. However, many in Kenya do not buy this justification. Foreign affairs experts in the country see it as a political blunder by Kenyan President William Ruto. They say his move is not in Kenya's, but his personal interests. Kenyan President Ruto is known to have close ties with RSF leader Mohamed Hamdan Dagalo, also known as Mediti. He has been hosted both publicly and privately in Nairobi on several occasions. Mediti's brother has also met with Ruto on several occasions. Now, Ruto's opponents claim that he is
as there's no accused of benefiting from gold business with the RSF, and the fact that there is Sudan is so high in producing oil and gold, same as Congo right now, and this ongoing war because of all these minerals. The fact that Mr. Newsommer said they have allies are being controlled by the Arabs, right?
Yep.
Is
That
impacting.
was the whole thing. That's why you got South Sudan. They want to balkanize. See, that's what they want to do in the Congo. They want to break up in, into 5 different countries so it's easy to control. They already broke Sudan into 2 countries. Now you got Sudan and South Sudan when they were just one country. So they want to break it up completely into 5 or 6 different countries where they can control their resources easily and put
Makes
in more puppets up in there.
right.
In fact, benefiting from a gold business through his partnership with the RSF. Some critics also accuse Ruto of bowing to pressure from the United Arab Emirates.
I
Yeah,
told you exactly. That's what I just said it was about. He's a
yes.
puppet. This is a despicable, weak ass. See, this is what happens when you grow up in a system like Ruto as a child. He's a moron. He's educated. He's poorly educated. He's an idiot, and he has an inferiority complex, which was
Mm.
given to him with his upbringing. That everybody's better than Africans. The UAE treats women like shit, but yet he's still going to kowtow to white Arabs because he has an import. Like most Africans, these have inferiority complex because they're raised in a system that told them they're fucked up and dumbass niggas.
And
That's
it
the
actually
system that they've grown up in. Uh,
it also makes sense regarding the job opportunities that are being offered in
of
this
course, go be a
Arabic
maid.
sense. Yeah,
Exactly.
it kind of makes sense
Go be
right
a,
now.
yeah, go be a servant. That's your fucking mind. Nobody tells their people to go be somebody else's servant.
And they're
Only
treated like
African men have said that dumb shit.
the way
Yeah,
they're
because
treated
you,
is not good. It's not humane at all.
what's
The
that?
main foreign backer of the RSF. After long negotiations, Ruto is set to receive a $1.5 billion loan from the UAE,
Wow. Okay.
which Kenya hopes will reduce its crushing debt. Now, the formation of a rival government by the RSF has already been condemned by regional players. Egypt has rejected the signing of a charter by the RSF with allies. Meanwhile, in the US, senior Republicans have also expressed concern over Kenya's support to the RSF. The chairman of the
Last year, this is the Senate Foreign Relation Committee chairman. He says, last year I led efforts in Congress to recognize RSF led atrocities in Sudan, which have contributed to over 150,000 deaths as genocide. In January, it became US policy. Now, hashtag Kenya, a US ally, is helping the RSF legitimize their genocide rule in hashtag Sudan under the guise of peacemaking. This is now hashtag Kenya, a USA ally, is helping the RSF legitimize that genocide rule.
Senate Foreign Relations Committee wrote on social media that Kenya is helping the RSF legitimize their genocidal rule in Sudan under the guise of peacemaking. The RSF's announcement of parallel government formation comes as the Sudan military is gaining the upper hand in the conflict recently. In the latest, it has seized back control of the town of El Gitania, just south of the capital Khartoum. A video released by the Sudanese Armed Forces shows people celebrating in the streets of the town. So while the RSF continues to receive big blows on the ground, will its parallel government be able to gain any legitimacy? And will Kenya's support for the paramilitary create troubles for itself? We will keep you posted.
That's what's happening regarding Kenya forming allies. Is basically Sudan threatens action against Kenya over the RSF, and we've seen the fact that they're saying there's so much pressure from the United Arab Emirates regarding our president collaborating with the government moving forward
It's not.
regarding.
That's not a pressure. That's what they want. They're trying to
Mm,
break up. They're responsible for that rebel group. The Arabs, the white Arabs, are responsible for that group. They created it. They fund it. They back it. because they've been stealing gold and resources out of Africa. These white Arabs who stole those lands that were African lands have been stealing resources out of Africa every time. So that rebel group is their group.
Mm-hmm.
They've been stealing out of the Sudan. And so these dumbass Sudanese niggas, which are stupid, they believe that white Arab was their friend because of what? Because of that fake religion. And so they didn't know that white Arabs were trying to break them up and steal the resources. Because these dumb niggas believe in that goopy Allah shit. And that's what you get. You don't understand that these Arabs have never been your fucking friend. They use that goofy religion just like the white man used the goofy Christianity against Africans. And now the Africans now in Sudan have finally realized that they've been played with that fake ass religion. That's how the country got broke up the first time. And they're breaking up some more while the Arabs are stealing billions out of that country every time. Billions.
Oh.
The recent meeting between President William Ruto and Sudan's Rapid Support Forces leader Hamdan Daglo, accused of widespread human rights abuses, has sparked a diplomatic uproar, casting a dark shadow over Kenya's role as a regional mediator. Now, the controversial engagement held in Nairobi has drawn sharp criticism from Sudan's transitional government and international observers, who view it as a breach of diplomatic protocol and a potential setback for peace efforts in the war-torn nation. The fallout has left Kenya grappling with accusations of undermining regional stability, raising questions about its commitment to neutrality in resolving the Sudanese conflict. Kenya has been on the international spotlight in the recent past for wrong reasons, from the manner it has handled DRC to the latest, where it has hosted a group of Rapid Support Force and allies in Nairobi. The criticism comes at a time when a case has been filed in the High Court seeking to block the Rapid Support Forces from signing any political agreement with political forces and armed groups from Sudan in Kenya. They opine that the solution to end the war in Sudan is to ensure that neither RSF, which is commanded by Mohammed Hamdan Dagalo, also known as Hemeti, nor Sudan Armed Forces under Abdel Fattah el-Burhan have weapons. Former Tanzania Chief Justice Mohammed Osman Chande, who is the chairperson of the United Nations fact-finding mission in Sudan, said that the sanctions are not enough as the two are still accessing weapons. Supreme Court Judge Isaac Lenaola, who spoke alongside Chande, advocated for local and regional solutions to international crimes. Justice Lenaola said that Kenya has an International Crimes Act, which was enacted.
Before we move forward, Mr. Newsom, regarding the fact that Kenya is literally now collaborating with one of the governments in Sudan, what is Kenya supposed to gain through this collaboration? Hello, General Mosquito, how are you doing? They believe they are.
You're not gaining nothing. He's a bootleg. You see how the damn UAB, the motherfucking UAE, the motherfucking Emirates treat African people like shit. So why are you helping them destroy another African country? This is the problem I'm talking about. This is the problem with African people. Here time. The lack of knowledge, the lack of self-respect, that becomes a problem. So they used his ass to help break up Sudan because the Arabs have been stealing out of Sudan and the rest of Africa. And so the African man doesn't deserve no fucking self-respect. There's none of the respect, he doesn't respect himself. You don't host another goddamn country's enemies up in your country and let them set up a shadow government. You don't do that. Especially knowing that they're backed by these fucking racist ass Arabs who treat your people like shit. The reason why that fake ass group exists because of the United Arab Emirates, who have been stealing out of the fucking Sudan. And they've been trying to break up the Sudan. What the white people want to do is break it up. They already broke it up one time, they want to break it up some more. So they can constantly steal out of there. You gotta ask yourself how the hell the Jews got all the diamonds in Israel and the damn white Arab has the gold. There's no gold in fucking in the Arabian Peninsula. It comes out of Africa. So how the fuck are the Arabs, how the Arabs becoming the goddamn head of gold in the world when there's no gold come out any one of their fucked up countries? because of the stealing in Africa.
The fact that right now the U.S. is accusing Kenya literally of collaborating with the one of the governments in Sudan. So, do we have two nations also
They're not.
interested?
They're not. They're not collaborating with the government of Sudan. They're not the government of Sudan. They're the rebel group trying to break up the country. They're not the government in Sudan. They're the rebel group sponsored by the UAE. And the UAE now wants them to set up a shadow group in Kenya. You don't allow no shit like that ever. That brings war to Kenya. You don't ever allow no shit like that ever. Don't let nobody set up no damn rebel group within your country that being sponsored by fucking no good dirty Arabs. Ever. Racist ass Arabs setting up rebel groups in your country to go against another African country. You never allow that. Because that's going to bring war to your country. That's why Bruto's, he's got to get cool. He's dangerous. This moronic nigga is dangerous.
17 years ago, and an international crimes division of the High Court. This as Kenya's decision to host the Sudanese rebel force RSF continues to attract criticism, with the latest being chairperson U.S. Senate Foreign Affairs Committee Jim Risch, who said Kenya, a U.S. ally, is helping the RSF legitimize their genocide.
And understand that you have Americans here. Let's understand, white people play both sides of the argument. That's them pretending.
I was trying to ask you that question.
Wait, what?
I was trying to ask you that question regarding now the U.S. and the.
Yeah, they're pretending. They're pretending that they're going against it. They're not going against that. That's what they're the ones that are responsible, and they're trying to break. Huh?
I'm listening. I'm saying right.
Yeah, that's them covering up their own evil acts. Oh, we're against Kenya doing this. Kenya's a puppet state. They're against it. They could easily stop Kenya from doing it. They're for it. But they tell you that they're against it. That's called saving face. Lying. You know. That's diplomatic politics.
From the minerals that they're getting from Sudan, they're also benefiting.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's why they want to break it up. Why some war there. Why they want to break it up. They want to break it up into small other Sudanese pieces. They want to break it up.
Right.
Why, huh? What did you say, Irton?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just listening to you.
Oh, they want to break it up some more. They already broke it up. Remember they had a civil war? And you got South Sudan now? Remember it was one country. It was just Sudan. Then they had a civil war 15 years ago, where part of Sudan was broke up in two. Now you got what? South Sudan. So now they want to keep breaking up some more because of the stealing out of the country. So now they got another rebel group in Sudan to break it up some more.
The same as what's happening in Congo right now. That's what
they want to break Congo up into 5 different countries.
Because
but they
in
can
that
steal out of it.
documentary, if you kind of like listen into it forward, if you basically forward the documentary, Sudan's conflict explained, they talk about we have the globalists or the global nation, basically watching and controlling this war in Sudan, and literally the likes of U.S. was literally part of it. So the fact that I saw the Senate committee saying that, kind of like putting themselves in the good side, doesn't add up at the time. But I'm going to be moving forward also after that information regarding Sudan's war. We have a short documentary regarding why.
Well, it's the Sudanese fault. Sudanese believed in all that goofy Muslim shit. We're brothers in Islam and all that dumb nigga shit. But the white Arabs don't give a fuck about no Africans. And so they believe they were brothers in Islam and all that dumb shit. So the northern Sudanese thought they were better than the other Africans because they were supposedly black Muslims shit. And they ain't realized that, motherfucker, you got resources that these white Arabs covet. So they'll use your goofy religion against you as they tear your country apart. So now that's what they're doing. A lot of the Sudanese are finally realizing that. That's how they lost. That's how South Sudan became a different country because the Muslims thought they were better than the other Africans. They used that fake Islam. They always use these religions on these dumb niggas. This Christianity or this Islam shit. And so I think the Sudanese are finally realizing, hey, these white Arabs are not with us. Yeah, it was breaking your country up, you fucking morons. With the help of the white man, because they want the mineral resources that's in your country. So they finally understood that it's the damn other Arab, the other Muslims that are attacking they stupid asses. And that's a fact. That's why the UAE, United Arab Emirates, are sponsoring that rebel group that's down in Kenya. So I thought they were brothers in Islam and Muhammad and all that fuck shit. That shit don't mean nothing. Only Africans believe in these goopy religions, Irritar. The white Arab and the white Christian, they use that as political fodder to come in and take control of your resources. Because why is UAE attacking the other Arabs in Sudan, the black Arabs, if they're brothers in Islam and all that shit? But they don't give a fuck about that fuck shit. They want your gold, they want your uranium, they want your cobalt, they want your shit, Irritar.
And it shows how far they are going, and they can go to literally get everything that belongs to you, which is basically beneficial to them. Even the fact that the US is calling out Kenya, meddling in Sudan's war, no, it's just a front because they're all involved in these wars happening.
Exactly, it's just a front.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
It's just a front. And the fact that also we've seen a lot of job opportunities always being offered to Kenyans in these Arabic nations. Why? We know why, literally rhetorical question. But also have thousands stranded after being freed from Myanmar's scam centers. So we were being offered these rainbows and pixels and flowers about these job opportunities, but it's all a scam. Let's listen in.
Thousands of forced labourers who've been released from scam centres along the Thai-Myanmar border are stranded in makeshift camps in Myanmar. Some report low food supplies and poor sanitation. Our correspondent Jonathan Head is in Thailand.
The buildings you can see behind me, those white buildings there, that's one of, we think, around maybe up to 30 scam.
We also have Kenyans who also were stranded in Myanmar, and there were scam centers. You think that you're going to have the same as what's happening in, call this another nation, Qatar, and the other nation that the government is always pushing Kenyans to go and earn a living.
Compounds that have been constructed along this border, right along it for a long distance over the last few years, built by Chinese gambling syndicates. In them, they have been carrying out elaborate fraud where they persuade people all over the world to part with their savings, and they use labor, basically people who've been lured here, again, from all over the world. They need all kinds of languages to do it. And those people, in many cases, have been tricked and then forced using torture and beatings to keep going. It's a notorious business. It's deeply involved in other areas of transnational crime. And in the last couple of weeks, the Thai authorities, the Thai government here has decided it's had enough. It's cut power, it's cut telecoms, and that has forced the militias who control that part of Myanmar. They were in on the scams and helping them. They've now decided, because they're being hurt so badly by their severing of ties with Thailand, to start releasing the workers. So around 8,000 have been freed from these scam centers. The one behind me is called Wanya. We believe that most of the workers have been taken out of that. But the problem is their only way out is through Thailand. Thailand has to process them. That's a very slow process. And in the meantime, these people are stuck in makeshift camps over the border in deteriorating conditions.
The frenzy of construction has now stopped. The rows of featureless buildings which have sprung up along the Moe River are now being emptied of their workers. Many have been trafficked and horribly mistreated. When asked, nearly all want to go home.
Poverty is the enemy. Poverty and the fact that we have leaders who are literally controlled. It's the enemy causing a lot of people actually to leave their nations and think they're gonna have the green pastures in other land. That's what's happening because we're not supposed to be seeing that. Because whatever you're being sold at your home country to go work in other nation, it's not what you're gonna find, literally. But it's so sad because a lot of people literally go through a lot, and also the fact that they are showcasing this, they're going to offer you job opportunities again in these countries, and you'll see a lot of individuals want to go still. What's really the problem? The fact that you're going to be there or you're going to experience this fast for you to know it's not what you think it is. We're going to move forward regarding that crimes that go unpunished in Congo.
The Democratic Republic of the Congo, Africa's second largest country, where the heart of Africa beats around the river of the same name. I've spent 30 years filming here. I've witnessed all of Congo's seasons, the turmoil of its history, the hopes of its people, and its popular uprisings. I've also met men and women fighting against violence and injustice. One of them is a doctor who for years has risked his life by speaking out about Congo's culture of impunity.
Je m'appelle Denis Mukwege. Je viens d'un pays.
My name is Denis Mukwege. I come from one of the richest countries in the world.
Yes, that's what he said. I come from the richest countries of the world. That's what's happening.
And yet the people of my country are among the poorest in the world.
Du monde. L'abondance.
The abundance of our natural resources, gold, coltan, cobalt, and other strategic minerals.
People are tired. The Congolese are tired of being marginalized. It's just that time to basically take your place and own your land and own everything that belongs to you. Before we move forward with this conversation, I want us to check out a video regarding Myanmar and the fact that hundreds of Kenyans stranded in this country.
Welcome back to Friday night. Kenyans stranded on the border of Thailand and Myanmar after being rescued from online scam centers in Myanmar are appealing to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to facilitate their return home. They say they feel abandoned by their government as they have been living in limbo with no.
They got goofy Kenyans in Myanmar.
Yes, Mr. Newsom.
Oh my God, this is retarded as shit.
People are trying. I will definitely not kind of like blame them. People are looking for a better life, but definitely
Myanmar is poor as shit. Wait, pull this up.
Can you play this really fast?
No, because we got to get some context for what's going on. So keep the video right there. Let's go open another tab. So I say, what is the GDP of Myanmar?
$66.7 billion.
So it's poor as shit. It's poor as shit. So you send a in Kenya, when you send your people to work, that's why this doesn't make any sense here, Tom. Sending your people to a country that's poorer than yours, that's twice as poor than yours, to get work here, Tom. Okay, now play a bit of. I want you to make it make sense.
Right. Hello, Michelle. How are you doing?
Welcome back to Friday night. Kenyans stranded at the border of Thailand and Myanmar.
Do you understand this?
You're cutting off. You're cutting off.
You hear me now? Probably
yes. Not. Yes.
Okay, you understand this? You're sending your people to a country that's paying towards yours to find a job. Make that make sense, Erica.
It doesn't make sense.
Go ahead.
It doesn't make sense.
How about that?
The fact that they've explained it's a militia running those businesses for their own business or own profit that is not legitimate. The jobs that they're offering, they're not legitimate. It means obviously I feel like the government of Kenya knew about this literally, and they're just sending and selling off people for their own good or on beneficial factors.
Centers in Myanmar are appealing to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to facilitate their return home. They say they feel abandoned by their government as they have been living in limbo with no indication as to how long they will continue to exist in squalid conditions. Diaspora Affairs Principal Secretary Rosalind Njogu says the government is aware of their plight and is working to get them out, with 28 other Kenyans having been brought back home.
Do you remember the Nigerian prince email scams of the early 2000s? Now imagine them powered by AI. Kenyan nationals on the hunt for employment opportunities have been caught in this web of smoke and mirrors. They were first sold a dream before being forced to pull the wool.
Sold a dream. That's how they do it. They will sell you something that it does not exist. Whatever you want to hear, for you to definitely leave your country and go work day and night in some other country on something.
But a country that's poorer than you come from a poor country, Kenya. So you're gonna go to a country that's even poorer than yours? That doesn't make any sense. I'm talking about the lack of education in Africa. Because most Africans don't know Myanmar is poor as fuck. And twice as poor as Kenya. So common sense would have told you, why the hell am I going to go to this poor-ass country that's poorer than my own country and get a job there and make more money than I would in my own country?
It's the perception that, oh, it's not an African country, so hey, I'm gonna be out of the country, you know. I'm just gonna go.
That's why I told you the ignorance.
Yeah.
I told you the ignorance. Why can't you just Google right now? What you just did took you 2 minutes to Google what is the GDP of Myanmar. And it's fucking poor. It's twice as poor as Kenya. So common sense would tell me, if it's twice as poor as Kenya, why the fuck am I gonna go to a country poorer than my own and think I'm gonna get better living standards and make more money in a country twice as poor as mine? But that's why I'm talking about ignorance is dangerous in Africa. Ignorance is dangerous.
Very dangerous.
Over the eyes of others online. 28-year-old Peter Mwangi is one such Kenyan who boarded a flight from Nairobi to Bangkok, believing that his fluency in the English language and typing skills had smoothed his way to a customer service placement. A friend of a friend, to quote him, having informed him of the opportunity. After a false start at the hands of rogue recruitment agents, he finally found one who secured him a tourist visa and promised him a well-paying job once he touched down in Bangkok, all at the price of
a well-paying job in Myanmar. A well-paying job in fucking Myanmar, Burma. I still call it Burma, even though they changed the name to Myanmar because it's so fucked up. Remember, it used to be called Burma. They changed the name to Myanmar about 20-some years ago. I still call it what it is, Burma. I'm going to get a well-paying job in fucking Burma. What? This is why being a moron is dangerous.
They're saying that we're being paid a salary of 150,000 Kenyan shillings.
The taxi driver, like thousands of others,
how they gonna pay you that much money in a poor country, Erica? See, you would have known if you just did your Google search. The Google search is telling that it's poorer than Kenya. So why are they gonna goddamn? So common sense would you like Joe? We said common sense to say, hey, This country's poorer than Kenya. So it means this damn job and money they offer me is a lie. It's a lie. Go ahead here.
Bangladesh, Indonesia, China, Ethiopia,
All the other people are coming from those countries.
and the list goes on, jumped at the chance to make a better life. But as fate would have it, he was in for a very hard landing.
We got here. The country's poor. They told us we're going to beat our ass if we didn't work for free. They have no money. Oh yeah, do it to a Google search and find out what their GDP was, nigga.
On arrival in Bangkok and unfamiliar with his surroundings, Mwangi was trafficked across River Moi and thus across the Thailand-Myanmar border to a compound where he was held hostage for 4 months, working under conditions he's described as hell. Under the watchful eye of Chinese managers, Mwangi employed AI to take on another skin and take in real estate investors in the United States. He did this for 18, 19 hours a day.
That's what I try to see. And this was so dangerous. Africans don't teach their people how the real world works. They got a rose-colored glasses. They don't know how shit really works. And leave Africa, yeah, I'm gonna make me some money. Okay, goofy nigga.
I think doing like some construction work. I don't know what they were doing. It's not a customer service that you think you're gonna be doing. You know, like typing and talking to customers. Maybe that's what they're selling to you. But you go there, maybe you're constructing. You're under construction for like, I don't know, the whole day, and you can see the living condition is crap as hell.
In unpaid labor until his team's target of 10,000 US dollars was met. This is about 1.3 million shillings at today's exchange rate. Failure to deliver, Mwangi says, would see you locked up in a dark room, denied food.
You're being tortured. You're being tortured if you don't meet their whatever they're trying to meet regarding whatever they're building. We're being told from the first video that it's a company that is actually funded by militias.
Food and worse. Salvation for Mwangi came 3 weeks ago by the might of the Chinese government, which has come down hard on the Thailand government and Myanmar militia in Karen to put these compounds out of business.
So to put different countries, we are more than 7,000 here.
His current accommodations are most certainly a step up from the horror that was his life a few weeks back. He says many more Kenyans are still living that nightmare and puts the number of Kenyans ready for evacuation at 67. Initially, they were locked in a hall, sharing a floor, sheets, and a single toilet, which doubled up as the bathroom with just white rice on the menu. Understandable given how thin resources are spread and how long countries have left their citizens to languish in squalid conditions.
This is, I think, Vietnam country. So they are being counted because I think they have a flight.
You didn't get paid your 150,000 Kenyan shillings, nigga? No.
The West wants Africa without the Africans. Yes, Byron Scott is saying the West wants Africa without the African. That's true. But as we move forward here, before we wind up in a bit, let's continue to watch this video regarding Kenyans being stranded in Myanmar, basically living a life they didn't sign up for.
To move around where he's currently being held, and the only bloodsuckers he has to contend with now are mosquitoes. But the sense of abandonment, that persists. Olive Burrows, Citizen TV.
That's what's happening in Myanmar. So sad to see the fact that our government...
you can't blame I don't know if you can blame the government for that. Government can come get you, but you can't blame the government for you being stupid. I guess you can. I guess you can.
The government also is a part of this because I believe they might what's really happening for them to actually offer that opportunity to the
Okay.
people, Mr. Newsom, right? Because they're getting something out of this. What's your take on that?
Well, they might not know who's in the country as recruiters for those jobs. I don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
hey, I say, hey, how many times African people gonna be stupid and keep going to countries they know nothing about to look for greener pastures bullshit instead of fighting for the money that's in Africa? How about you do that? You
The
know,
green pasture is in your country.
yeah, the weapons in your country.
We see it's here,
You're gonna
literally.
go to you're gonna go to a country, and when they offered you 150,000, whatever it was, Kenyan shillings, did you say, okay, okay, I'm going to Myanmar. Let me look up and see if this country is able to afford these salaries that they're talking? No, they don't do that. Myanmar is poor as fuck here at top. Why am I going to a poor ass country thinking I'm going to make decent wages? That don't even make any sense. They can't pay their own people decent wages. So why are they coming to get my ass from Kenya to offer me decent wages? Oh, they're not. They offer me to come so they can put me in a slave camp and work for free, which they did. But all you had to do is a little research. Y'all got cell phones, internet. Research the damn country before you go. Morons. Shit
How many
crazy.
wake-up calls do we need? It's a good question. How many wake-up calls do we need? Literally.
Yeah.
And why?
Miramar.
Yeah.
I ain't know that. I ain't know it was. I was like Miramar. That I can understand you say every time you say Dubai, Saudi Arabia, because those are rich countries. Because you people see them, they got nice buildings. Those are rich, so you can be fooled to go there every time. Like, okay, I'm gonna make some money. Those are rich countries, even though you're not. But you can at least be fooled. But fucking Miramar, a poor ass country like Miramar, what, you can be fooled to go to Miramar? Shit. No,
We have to know
no
the
way.
greater partners is here with us. We have wealth. We're literally sitting on or in wealth. And the fact that we know, as Byron Carter said, which is something also Mr. Newsom has also been saying, they want to
Imagine
actually
using,
have
imagine
Africa.
using America. Imagine using America. He told somebody, "Hey, now I'm going to Miramar to get a job." They look at you fucking crazy. He said, "What? You going to where?" Man, you'll get out of here talking that crazy shit.
They were basically trafficked to that country, to their land, to basically engage in cybercrime.
It's proving to be a nightmare for a section.
Some of the job seekers have now revealed that some of the supposed lucrative opportunities in the Far East often turn out to be a cover for cybercrime, prostitution, and even organ theft. Well, Citizen TV's Wahiga Mwaura spoke exclusively to two Kenyan human trafficking survivors who returned from the Lao People's Democratic Republic with a harrowing tale. Here now is the Asia crime trap.
Catherine and Jane, not their real names, were struggling financially in Kenya when they heard of a lucrative customer service and sales opportunity in Thailand. The opportunity in Thailand promised as much as 100,000 Kenya shillings per month. They told us that they borrowed nearly 250,000 Kenya shillings each to pay their agents, underwent a short training session, and 1 month later, they were on their way to what they thought were greener pastures. Upon arrival in Thailand, the story started changing. Their handlers took them by road to a location whose name they did not know, and at some point, they even crossed a river.
Tukapata boat tukavukishwa pande ile ingine. Kufika pande ile ingine ndio tulikuwa tumefika pale panaitwa Laos. Tukafika kwa immigration ya Laos.
Damn, they're taking to another poor country, Laos.
Yes.
Damn.
It has become a thing here in Africa, literally. Whoa.
Because the African, because the African,
You're going to do your dirty work.
Oh, you've been made a dummy. believing all kind of dumb shit. Why wouldn't they hire their own people? Why the fuck would they come get you?
I've been asking the same thing. Even this Dubai, Qatar, why not hire their own people? Why not hire their own people? Hire your own people to do that. Why are you hiring everybody else, all African people? Every time that job opportunities, Africa is the first place for a job opportunity to be
Dubai and them do that. Dubai and them, those are the gutter jobs. They don't hire you for the good jobs. That's honest. They're honest. They're not going. They're not hiring their people to do the gutter jobs. They think black people are fucked up. You niggas, you're gonna do it. But
no, you have to say no. You have to ask yourself that question, literally.
But I'm saying, but in places like Thailand and Laos, for decent jobs, those decent jobs are gonna go to their people, not you. How the fuck would they bring your ass in to do a decent job when they got their own people who need jobs? That's just common sense shit. Why the fuck would and then you ain't heard about racism.
Question also, you're like, you shouldn't go to these nations. Why are they not hiring their own people? Stay in your country. I believe there's something we can do about it. Honestly, there is. But as we move forward, we have Pierre Lumumba showing off his incredible karate moves.
Please, we don't want to see this nigga's karate moves. We're good.
I'm sorry. Mr. Nielsen?
We don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. We don't want to see his karate move.
Yes, you do. It's a Pan-Africanist karate. Time and discipline, Mr. Nielsen.
Let me tell you, he's not fighting nobody with that bullshit he doing there. But me being former military, I would beat PLO Lumumba's ass doing this shit against me. Hey man, you better walk away with this fuck shit you doing right here.
This is amazing. You have to commend him.
You were amazing. Get your ass kicked doing that shit every time. That's amazing.
Hey, that's what's up.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Way to get your ass beat.
Hey, that's what's up. We got some moves here in the Pan-Africanist house in the fire. Pan-Africanist in the house.
Pierre Lumumba, please don't do those fucked up moves against nobody who really fights, because they're gonna fuck you up. You gonna get fucked up. You gonna get fucked up, nigga, doing that shit there. They're gonna beat your ass. Don't do that.
That was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed watching that.
But no, we didn't. Stop it. Knock it off. No. Everybody was all agitated 2 weeks ago. He didn't get his karate moves in. Every time, what happened to Joshua Mapanga? Did he ever call you back?
No, I don't think he's in the country anymore. Oh,
I know it's slick. It's slick ass.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to get with you every time that he gets on a plane. Fuck it, I'm out of here. Joshua Mapanga. Joshua Mapanga. They said you were coming to the studio. Every time. Every time I had to leave because I seen Pierre Lumumba's karate moves. I had to leave.
Family were literally winding up with that we're talking about the wars in Africa and the main agenda. We have the Congo and Sudan ongoing wars, and the fact that we have these globalists literally controlling these wars for their own interests. We know Sudan is actually super rich in oil and gold, and Congo, every mineral, literally gold, name it, cobalt. And also, before we're winding up, literally right away, we have news and update regarding Donald Trump pushes the death penalty for drug dealers. That's what's happening. The Trump pushes the death penalty for drug dealers. He said every country that has the death penalty has no drug problem. It's very humane because every drug dealer, on average, they say kills at least 500 people. I'm gonna play that video right away as we are winding up.
It kills at least 500 people, not to mention the damage they do to so many others, but they kill large numbers of people. China, Singapore, actually there are quite a few, many in Asia where they have the death penalty. There's no drug problem whatsoever. They come to our country because we have a much softer policy. We give them a slap on the wrist and say kill a lot of people. So we are going to, I don't know if our country is ready for it.
This is all phony. This is all phony. The CIA, the American clandestine agency, controls all drugs on the planet. Are they going to give the death penalty to the CIA that runs all the drugs on the planet? Huh? Put this up real quick here, Tom. Let's see if Google would say this. Ask Google, say the CIA, because they're going to tell you the truth. You're going to say rumor. Say the CIA is rumored to be in control of drug trafficking globally. Say the CIA is rumored to be in control of drug trafficking globally. But you know it's a fact. But Google, we're going to say rumored. You know. CIA is rumored to have control of drugs trafficking globally.
The United States Central Intelligence Agency has been accused of involvement in the trafficking of illicit drugs.
Yeah, so is he gonna kill? Is he gonna kill people at the CIA here at time? Is he gonna do that? You know he's not. Of course he's not. So what he's saying is bullshit.
It's all propaganda, literally.
CIA runs the drugs in the world here at time.
Right. But we're winding up, family. Thank you so much for joining me this beautiful afternoon on a Monday, March 3rd. I hope you're super excited for the month. I'm sending you so much love and light. Stay magical, stay karatate, and remember to put your guard up. Your last word, Mr. Newsom.
My last word is, hey, when you go to a country, check the GDP first, morons. See if they're rich, so they can get the money you're talking about. And then if it's a good job, why did I give it to their own people? Because they would have to employ their own people before they employed foreigners. That would destabilize the country. No country offers good jobs to other people in other countries because they must give employment to their own people.
Right.
Okay? That's just common sense. You need to know that. Then you can't go to poor countries think you're going to get good salaries. Myanmar and Laos are poor countries. They're poorer than Kenya. So you're not going to go to their country and make more money than you would in Kenya when they're poorer than Kenya.
You think you're going to do like an amazing, profitable job, but you end up engaging in cyber crimes. All these jobs, you should not say yes to them. Just kindly do your research.
But the people commit cyber crimes, but they're keeping you slave. They're not paying you nothing.
Yeah. But we're winding up. But before we do that, let's listen in to the health and benefits of multivitamin as you download our app on the Google Play Store and stream on www.blackhorsefirenetwork.com for amazing apparel, clothing, and the supplements on the website.
Fuel your body with complete multivitamin, the perfect balance of essential nutrients for daily health and wellness. Carefully formulated from natural ingredients, our multivitamin packs vitamins A, C, D, E, plus key minerals like zinc and magnesium to support your immune system and boost energy. Just 1 tablet a day is all you need. Take it with water and feel the difference as prescribed by your healthcare provider. Stay active, stay strong, stay ready with Complete Multivitamin, your daily dose of vitality. Complete Multivitamin, simple, powerful nutrition. Go get this product at blackhotfirenetwork.com at the Sports and Nutrition store.
$32.90. Have a beautiful one, family. I'm sending you so much love and light. Remember, you are the change you need to see in the world. Byron Scott is saying at Keith, not only the drugs on the planet, also they control the oil, they control the gold, and they also control the diamond trade.
Of course, but yeah, that's when we get really deep with the Jays there. Byron, yeah, the Jays control all of that. They created the CIA, and yeah, they control the gold, the diamonds, all of it. I agree.
Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Have a beautiful